Oh God, this line is too long for me to get on. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. How are you on this blessed Thursday? Tuesday. Sorry, I'm sorry. On this blessed Tuesday, the weather out here is gorgeous, y'all. It is gorgeous, and I'm out here on my break. But I just wanted to come and talk with you this afternoon. So how is everybody doing? I'm sorry I wasn't able to get up in the morning and give you my morning worship, but it's all good. I'm still here above and not beneath and giving God thanks for it, for this great weather. And this is my first day back in the office instead of at home working from home and everything. So uh, sometimes you just got to get out of the house. So I just said, hey, I don't want to get too comfortable here. I just thought, I was like, whoa. And plus, the weather was nice. So it's a great day to just get out, get an early start because the last couple of weeks, the weather was really, really not so good that you want to leave your house and go to work. And especially yesterday, oh my God, the weather was horrible. I wanted to start off on Monday, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. The weather was really, really, yesterday is very schizophrenic. It started off 80 degrees. Next thing you know, the cloudy out. Then it started raining. And the next thing you know, it started healing. All this ice falling down off the sky, out the sky. I was like, oh, I ain't never experienced nothing like that before. That was really my first time seeing something. I haven't seen something like that in a long time, especially here. So I know the Lord was really, really, interrupted. He was just a little giving us signs of things, I said, giving us signs. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you about, right? So it was this pastor. I don't know exactly what his name is, but he called from his pulpit preaching to the women. And he said, this is why you got to have spiritual discernment and you have to read your word because every day God is going to give you something new and different and show himself to you. Especially Christ is going to show himself to you. He's going to show you who these antichrist people are, people that are rebelling against him. So what I'm saying is that he gets on the pulpit and he calls out these to the women and he says, you women that are here, because he's a single pastor, right? And he gets up there and he said, you women that are here to look for me as your husband, let this be your last day here. I mean, what kind of conceitedness is that? Saying such a thing from the pulpit such as that. And I said, Lord have mercy. And I saw it because it was posted on Facebook. And I was like, a lot of women was in the thread. Some woman was like saying, well, it's good he called it out from the pulpit and da-da-da-da. Some, silly women that don't go to church really to understand the true understanding of what you are actually witnessing and seeing in the people who are feeding you spiritual food. Okay, your spiritual leaders. Who is leading your spirit? Who is leading you to your salvation? And I said, Lord have mercy. I can't believe these women in the comment section saying such a thing. They don't read their Bible. Because if they know what he's saying is against Christ, because Christ, the church, is actually Christ's bride. Meaning that when you come to the church as a woman, and especially women who don't have husbands, or women that do have husbands, and the thing is that person who's up there talking to you, he's supposed to be symbolic of Christ, meaning that he should not be single, he should have a wife, and he also should have one wife, and the one wife only. He's not supposed to be all the things that fit the qualification of the bishop, and the bishop is actually Christ. The bishop is Christ. Okay? Christ is over the man. And he's supposed to be representing Christ. So that means that he's supposed to have a wife, because a man can't live no higher than Christ. He is King of all kings, ruler of all men. He is Lord of lords. So how in the world could you say something like that from the pulpit? And women are silly, okay, that don't go and read their Bibles so that they don't become deceived, okay? They don't become deceived. And I said, I got to pray for my sisters and those women out there who are lost and not reading their scriptures and getting fed the daily word, because you go to church, you don't go to be entertained, you don't go to be on no social club, you don't go sing on the choir, you don't go, because that may not be your ministry. Not everybody called in the ministry to be a partaker as far as the pastor or the pastor's wife, or to be on the choir, to be the mother of the church. Not everybody is called on that assignment. Some are called to be delivered. Okay, your calling is to be delivered. Okay? And that's where a lot of people don't understand some of the things when God is talking to us, because we rebel against God. Like, for instance, you read your Bible, you know Juanita Byam is out of order. She's out of order. And she's rebelling against Christ. Because Christ never said he called any woman to be a preacher. That was never her calling. She was called to be delivered. Okay? Because if you see the sick stuff come out of her spirit, you will see that. You will see that. If you've seen the way this woman carry on and the stuff that she's been involved in as far as in her lifestyle, and trying to say she giving a testimony. Once you give your testimony, sit down. You are not called to preach. You are not called to be a woman that sits in the highness of God. You were called to be delivered. The woman at the well was called to be delivered. She was delivered. Okay? The woman that was going to be stoned by these men that called her an adulteress was called to be delivered. And I got to get into this conversation with y'all some other time, because right now I'm about to walk into my building and I don't want people to listen to my conversation. But I just wanted to just put that out there. Know your calling. Know your calling. Because not everybody is called. He said many are called, but very few are chosen. And not everybody is chosen for this assignment. So with that being said, y'all, I gotta go. God bless you, love you, and have a wonderful afternoon. Peace.